Kyrgyzstan budget increased from 31 million in 2010 to almost 40 in 2013, largest in all Central Asian region.
Only 4 FSNs in the Democracy and Governance Unit manage 22 implementing mechanisms, and I'm one of them.
3 FSNs from Economic Development, Health and Education offices worked alone in their areas for a few years. Only this year, their teams will expand as more FSNs will be hired. Almas.
In May 2013, we became a mission.
Welcome to USAID Kenya, Nairobi. My name is Ruth Tiampati. I work as a nutrition specialist in the health office. Here at USAID Kenya, we have a staff of about 250 FSNs. We have opportunities to harness talent from the senior FSNs as well as the American staff. It's therefore a vibrant place to work and growing. Karibuni, Nairobi.
Hi, my name is Francis Kahehu. I work as a participants training specialist at the Kenya Mission. One thing that I found extremely fulfilling with regard to my work is the fact that the mission has provided space for me to work across the mission far beyond what's on my position description.
The involvement of the FSNs allowed FSNs to exercise all their, more or less to utilize all their skills and their expertise. Something that we don't so often see, but something that made us feel very, very proud.
I have gotten opportunities to work beyond my core engagement. I've provided support with regard to strategy development, local solutions, and support to the East Africa Mission, which for me has been great and very fulfilling.
Hello, hi everybody. My name is Wambui Gadenya. Wambui Gadenya, working with the Education and Youth Office at USAID Kenya. USAID Kenya, as you have heard from others, is the most beautiful station to work in, not just for Americans but also for FSNs. But like everything else, there are challenges. I'll just focus on one, and that is mainly one of change. And change happens for every individual, maybe 4 to 5 years, as the Americans transit and the FSNs continue. And that can be challenging because of the human dynamics. One can change from being an excellent performer to a poor performer depending on who you are dealing with. We would wish that we had more EEO liaison because this is a very big mission, so that any issue that comes up is actually resolved in an amicable and very friendly way that we can handle and actually make this mission even better than it is.
The best thing about it is that it creates a lot of ownership, in the sense that when we start rolling out the projects that we'll have designed, feeling that our opinion and what we consider to have been very important to us as FSNs was taken into account is something that makes us feel extremely proud about.
Here in Kenya, we are one Team Kenya.
Years.
5 years,
6 years.
7 years, 8 years, 10 years,
13 years.
Excel, disabilities,
Dioxin environment remediation.
economic growth,
Climate change.
HIVs, pandemic influenza, procurement, financial analysis,
Language and communication.
Government and NGOs.
Ministry of National Defense.
Ministry of Health and Subnational Authorities, Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, civil society organizations, researchers, employers,
Implementing partners and local media.
everybody.
CDCS.
Improve legislation toward democracy. 77,000 people on antiretroviral treatment. 40,000 people on Megalo achievement. Culturally aiding influenza annual provincial competitiveness index.
Cleaning up Da Nang Airport.
The rising roles of civil society, livelihood for marginalized populations toward full inclusion of Vietnamese with disabilities.
Our FSNs are valuable assets to the mission.
My name is Paulina Rivera, financial analyst, and I am pleased to represent 26 FSNs from the Mission of Ecuador.
USAID is a marvelous mission. It is like a family. It gives you the opportunity to grow up professionally and personally, and I'm so proud to be part of this.
I've been working for USAID for 33 years. I am proud to have contributed to the development of my country and of our legacy of successes.
I am so proud because as a team, we have a high quality institutional and professional capacity to serve USAID and improve the living conditions of our Ecuadorian people.
I feel proud of working for USAID because we have assisted thousands of families to leave extreme poverty and have a very decent.
Many thanks for the opportunity to share Ecuador's experiences.
Hi, my name is Abdulatif Juma. I'm the president of FSN Nairobi, Kenya. Here in Nairobi, we have about nearly 2,000 FSNs. So I am proud to be the president of 2,000 FSNs. And we have a lot of diversity, different ethnic and religious background, but we are able to contain all of that and work harmoniously and live together.
Here at USAID East Africa, we are approximately 200 FSNs, and we provide financial, technical, and procurement services to the East and Central African missions. I'm proud to be an FSN, and I'm proud of the work I've done. I'm proud that I have quality working life, I have satisfaction in my job, and part of what I've been doing is capacity building for the partners. I strongly feel proud and happy that I serve the US government with gratitude, and I serve my nation with honor.
My name is Steve Cairo. I'm the Chief Accountant for USAID East Africa. I'm also the chairman of the credit union known as Balozi Sacco. This is an FSN initiated and led credit union that promotes savings among the FSNs, and based on those savings also gives credit to the FSNs that they have used to promote their economic well-being. Balozi is one of the best credit unions in Kenya, and through it FSNs have been able to educate their children, purchase houses, as well as improve their economic well-being. One of the major challenges that Balozi is experiencing is a high demand for credit. Balozi has not been able to meet the high demand for credit from its members.
Hi, my name is John Kinuthia. I work with USAID East Africa Finance Section. I'm the supervisory accountant. I have been with AID for the last 21 years. I'm very proud of being part of a small committee that are looking at innovative way of improving FSN's welfare here in Kenya. Recently, the management at the embassy, together with USAID, accepted the FSN form a committee and negotiate with the banks on how their interest rates can come down. And this committee really sourced around and negotiated with several banks, and up to very recently we managed to negotiate for a very, very low interest rate, from 25% to slightly below 13%. And that is quite a good advantage for the FSN.
So that is my pride, and that is what I am proud of as an FSN. Karibuni.
Hello, my name is Mohamed Dossa, and I work in the program office as the budget analyst within the USAID Mozambique. I'm also the president of the FSN Association. Today I would like to talk about a very successful program that we started here in Mozambique. This program was designed with the primary intent of helping local engaged staff accumulate personal savings. The FSN Association, with the assistance from Mission Management, has negotiated a very attractive interest rate with the local contracted bank, and at this stage is 3.5% per annum. Of course, it's subject to market fluctuations. Participation in the program is voluntary, and FSNs accumulate savings by payroll deductions from their paychecks. There are no fees associated with setting up the account. The program has proven to be very successful, and so far 140 FSNs have joined the program with accumulated savings worth of several $100,000. Thanks to these programs, FSNs look at the future with more confidence, because they can now use these savings as part of their retirement plan. They can use the funding to pay off their mortgage or use in other emergencies. If any nation is interested in copying this model, we are more than happy to assist them. Thank you.
My name is Abdul Karim Qasim. I'm the first Iraqi employed by USAID since 2003. The governance strengthening projects conducted a survey to assess the public service delivery in the provinces. As GSP alternative COR, I engaged my experience and knowledge about Iraqi community culture and citizen behavior to formulate detailed questionnaire designed to identify how the local government and citizens improve service and manage their responsibilities. The survey results were very informative, highlighted weaknesses, and showed the way forward for reliable public service delivery.
Hi, my name is Mona Dabbab. I'm the Mission Director's Executive Assistant. I've been working with the USAID for the last 7 years, and part of what I find fulfilling in my work here with the USAID is seeing the USAID projects helping the Iraqi people, especially women, to move forward toward achieving their dreams.
Everyone, my name is Amjad Al-Jabouri. I am the only voucher examiner in USAID Iraq Mission. I have worked for the mission for 2 years. My position is fulfilling professionally because I have primary responsibility for ensuring that all payments are accurate and allowable with an annual budget of around $19 million. I'm very proud that every payment process has been on time with no delay. I attribute that to USAID's strong training program and my supportive team members. Thank you.
Greetings from USAID Albania. We're delighted to have the opportunity to share our thoughts with FSNs and Washington colleagues at the first Global FSN Conference.
There are many achievements that FSNs in Albania are proud to be a part of, in particular the new opportunities to engage more directly with government and local counterparts through USAID Forward. For example, an FSN took the lead in creating the first G2G agreement with the government of Albania, which resulted in signing of a FARA agreement.
Another FSN negotiated 2 awards with 2 new local organizations. Also, the whole process of drafting and negotiating a development objective agreement, DOAG, with the government of Albania in FY 2013 was managed by an FSN. The DOAG signing resulted in almost 100% obligation rate at the end of the FY, a year in which funds were received only 15 days before the end of the fiscal year.
A best practice that we have used to address FSN challenges in Albania has been to use the FSN board as a platform to discuss issues with U.S. mission management. As a result of a lengthy process and numerous discussions, FSNs were able to get the first ever medical coverage with a private insurance company, which enables coverage for all employed FSNs and family members.
FSNs in Albania enjoy working at USAID. We find it rewarding to be a part of solving Albania's development challenges, as well as be a part of a mission that serves people in need around the world. Through our work, we affect change in our countries and make a direct impact in people's lives, which is unquestionably personally rewarding.
The collegial environment that exists and opportunities for growth as part of the organizational culture at AID are priceless. It allows for personal and professional growth through high-level trainings and professional courses at world-renowned institutions like Harvard, where an FSN received training on microenterprise development, or Duke University, where another FSN took courses on cost-benefit analysis.
Hi, all FSN colleagues around the globe. I'm Mahmouda Rahman Khan from USAID Bangladesh. I'm very happy to be here virtually. I just wanted to highlight 2 FSN achievements in the recent past. One of the achievements was 26.5% salary increase in the Bangladesh mission. And that was happened because the US Mission Bangladesh Employment Welfare Association worked very closely with the mission management, which is State Department, to actually have a waiver, when the cost of living for Bangladeshi people was very high at that point of time and the inflation was outrageous. So we decided to work with the mission management to have this waiver, and as a result of which, after the 3 months of joint effort, we have achieved 26.5% salary increase. I wanted to highlight one of the best practices in the US mission in terms of addressing FSN challenges. USAID Bangladesh mission has a USAID FSN committee who works very closely with the USAID management. These committees collect all the challenges from all the FSNs, and they meet the mission management every quarter to discuss the way forward, and we resolve some of the issues in that way. And we consider this is one of the best practice in USAID. So thank you all for question sharing, and I wish you a very successful FSN conference. Thank you all once again.
Hi, we are representatives of the USAID Central Asian Mission, which includes 4 countries. I'm Marina Lashenko, budget specialist.
I'm Svetlana Ivanova, I'm financial analyst, and we both are from Kazakhstan.
My name is Sayura, I'm project management assistant from Tajikistan country office.
Yulia from Uzbekistan and Serdar from Turkmenistan will join us later at the conference in DC.
Our mission's achievement is that we established a great tradition to organizing FSN administrative meetings on a regular basis. This helps to improve collaboration and communication among all administrative staff from other country offices, as well as work out unified procedures for administrative operations within all 4 countries for better services for all.
USAID Kazakhstan FSNs have revived this year the FSN committee and established productive communication with the embassy management via regular DVCs in order to address FSN's issues.
What we find fulfilling about our work is a collaboration of great professionals who is encouraging each other every day, and we're looking forward to meet more professionals from all over the world in that conference. So see you!
See you!
Bye!
Your lunch.
Oh, I'm not hungry today.
What happened to you?
Well, I have been so busy and I have this extra work that I'm not sure whether it's my responsibility or not.
I think FSN committee can help.
How?
I know. Suggestion box.
Let's do it.
One of the best practices at my mission is the use of FSN committee as a channel for hearing issues and working with mission management. We formed the FSN committee, which comprises representatives from each office. This committee meets every month to update each other on key issues. We also represent in the senior staff meeting every week. Recently, we held solving an administrative issue, which resulted in a solution agreed by everyone. We also organize social activities to enhance the relationship among mission staff that leads to increased productivity at work.
Together,
we
can. United,
we
stand.
Colleagues, I'm Dr. George Sinyangwe. I'm the chairperson for locally engaged staff at the U.S. Mission in Lusaka. And basically, I have something to share with you regarding how we communicate with mission leadership. We believe that if you have got an issue to discuss with the mission leadership, the process that you summon is as important as the issue itself, because if the process is correct, then your chances of succeeding are actually quite high. Recently, we had an issue where the understanding around the compensation plan for locally engaged staff between the leadership and the locally engaged staff was different, and basically this brought panic amongst the locally engaged staff. We basically did three things to try and resolve the situation. We actually solicited for input from colleagues. We built a small team of colleagues with the capacity to passionately argue the case, and we made a series of meetings with our mission leadership that included the management officer, the mission director, the DCM, and the ambassador. And basically, the result was that we resolved most of what we needed to resolve. We think this is a best practice because we believe that if you have an issue to deal with, it is important to summon the correct process. In policy, we call this power and process.
The FTAT had an important role to understand and explain to other FSN what the REF was about and how each one of us could be affected. The FTAT played a neutral role, as we were not directly involved in the process because we were not EXO or FM or the front office. People felt that they could freely express their doubts and concern, and then we could discuss options with the front office and EXO to mitigate those concerns and provide solutions.
As part of the FTAT functions, we coordinated with EXO in order to provide all FSNs, regardless of the RIF, with training on relevant aspects such as managing personal finances, creating your own business, understanding the local stock exchange, strengthening software skills. There was also orientation and counseling through outplacement services, which gave participants a broad understanding of their professional abilities.
Implementing a reduction in force is not an easy task. It's something that the mission has to take on. You can't ignore it, and you have to work with people. So I believe strongly that you have to put people first in the process. We have to be highly respectful of everyone, solicit opinions, work with the front office at the embassy to make sure that everything is done right so that we can respect the decisions of our colleagues. I think that our FSN Transition Advisory Team was a critical part of the success of USAID Nicaragua.
Hello, this is Javed from USAID Afghanistan. Recent achievements for our missions are my recognition as FSN of the Year was a big achievement for me and for USAID Afghanistan. I appreciated the support I received from our mission management and all my fellow FSNs. This was the first FSN of the Year nomination for our mission since the establishment of the USAID mission in 2002. Another accomplishment for one of my FSN colleagues due to outstanding acquisition assistant skills, customer service skills, and work ethic. USAID Afghanistan mission nominated Ms. Osaiwa Haj for the agency's FSN Warrant Pilot Program, administered by USAID Washington. Through this delegation, she became the first FSN Administrative Contracting Agreement Officer in the history of agency. The best practice to address challenges for our mission by adopting a more interactive communication approach, FSNs and Kabul mission have been able to address challenges faced by FSNs. This approach also worked out to positively convince the mission management to listen to FSN's concerns and offer effective solutions. As a consequence of this, FSNs were able to take leadership positions and help the mission to accomplish U.S. foreign policy objectives in light of the host country's political, economic, and cultural considerations. More than 60% of Afghanistan urban population live in informal settlements. There are no services, no legal ownership of the land, and people have no way to invest in their houses and neighborhoods. My colleague, as the COR of the project, helped 2 settlements. Through his work, USAID offered the Afghan government a replicable model to address informality in all cities of Afghanistan.
My name is Abdelkader Hamid. I'm with USAID Mission in Sudan. In September 14, 2012, the US government ordered the departure of all of the American colleagues out of Sudan. As FSN, we found ourselves in the front line. We have to keep things moving. We have to do things on our own. That was a very unique experience for us. Though challenging at the beginning, but by the end of the day, it was a very rewarding experience. That also coincided by the end of fiscal year 2012, beginning of 2013. All of the obligation of funds, closure books, and budgeting for 2013 was smoothly and effectively done. We kept informing our regional office in Nairobi and DC informed through weekly conference calls. We went through a very hard time in terms of the challenges, but by the end of the day, we are so proud of what we did. Sudan is unique because of the very difficult conditions under which we operate. There are lots of government restrictions on visas for Americans, restrictions on traveling outside Khartoum to monitor the USAID-funded activities. We managed to maneuver by maintaining good working relationship with our partners to keep ourselves informed of what's going on. We are very proud of what we are doing here. We make a lot of difference in people's lives and livelihoods. Thank you very much.
My name is Jackie Zelaya and I am the Voucher Examiner Supervisor in USAID Peru. I would like to share with you one of our best practices, which is cross-training. This allows the staff to develop new skills and learn new topics. Recently, we had one of our employees assigned to a long TDY, in addition to employees newly hired and on leave. We were able to complete our responsibility successfully because the employees were prepared to take over the duties immediately.
I'm Cecilia Velasco from USAID Peru. What I find personally fulfilling about my 23 years working for USAID is the great opportunity I had to travel to other missions as GLASS SME to transfer my knowledge and experience in the use of the system. It made me grow not only in the personal side, but professionally. Learn about other mission programs, culture, interact with staff for other missions.
This is USAID Egypt. We're recording with the engineer Wafa Faltaous from Economic Growth, and she's going to tell us about her most fulfilling personal achievements at USAID. Wafa?
I've been working for USAID for the past 30 years, and actually I'm very proud of all the achievements that USAID contributed to. In particular, I will talk about the Carry Sewage project that helped removing sewage from the streets in front of the houses of the poor people. Also the groundwater lowering activities in Cairo, in Luxor, and in Edfu saved World Heritage Sites for the coming generations. I would like to add that in the past 10 years we've successfully formed 1,200 water users associations giving the opportunity to poor farmers to participate in the management of the irrigation system.
Thank you, Wafaa. Amira, could you also tell us what you're most proud of in the DG office?
In the DG office, I've been 10 years working with civil society, building capacity of local NGOs in Egypt, working hand in hand to enable Egyptians to have their voices heard. And we're in the middle of a transition, and we're very proud of what we're doing right now.
Thank you.
Greetings from Sri Lanka. The achievements which we are really proud of is to do with our response to disasters in our country. The first, a natural disaster, which was the tsunami in 2004. The second was a man-made conflict, the 26-year war. Both these disasters cost the country more than 100,000 lives and over 800,000 displaced people. This cost the country not only economically and good infrastructure, but also lives and livelihoods. In the aftermath of this disaster, USAID responded swiftly and effectively to reach the population with medical aid, emergency food, supplies and other emergency needs. We were also able to coordinate high-level visits from foreign dignitaries, but also to respond to requests and pledges for funds to help the displaced people. Sri Lanka did well. It was not possible to do this without the diligent, the efficient, the effective contribution of our local staff. This is why our team was recognized by the State Department as the best FSN team in 2005. On the second question of how we address FSN issues, firstly, it must be stated that the management needs to recognize the importance of FSNs in the mission. And this is done in our mission, with the FSN chair being part of the senior management committee, which is headed by the mission director and comprises all the office chiefs. This emphasizes the importance of the FSNs. And it also puts the FSN in a position of leadership. It also ensures the continuation of knowledge and representation in the ever-transitioning environment which we work in. Secondly, though we have an FSN body, a representation of the FSN body meets with the mission director and executive officer once a month to discuss not only FSN issues, but also to look for proactive and creative ways of solving those issues. And if those issues are not solvable within the office, it's elevated to the embassy and further beyond with the backing of the mission director. And thirdly, it is important to understand that the FSNs in the mission and FSNs at the embassy are not working in silos. They are one team, and they need to work together to achieve the correct goals of the mission. And if the FSNs do not participate in this, the work done at the mission and the work done at the embassy in your country will not be successful. And to address the third question of what's fulfilling for us in this job, it was fulfilling for us to see in the 1950s to 80s how malaria was controlled and then eradicated, to see how USAID helped the country improve its transport, the rail transport system, to improve the Colombo Stock Exchange. In the recent past, and now it's fulfilling for us to see rural communities who were affected by the disasters moving back to their hometowns, to their homes, to some form of security, with getting back to their lives and livelihoods. It's fulfilling for us to see differently able children getting into the mainstream of education. And it's fulfilling for us to see households which didn't have water, getting access to water. And this wouldn't have been possible if it was not for USAID's contribution in Sri Lanka and the FSN's contribution in working towards those goals. Thank you.